Hey everybody, and welcome to Stock Abilities. Today I'm going to be covering DryShips yet again. I covered this just yesterday, and of course it popped just a little bit early, as you can see here. It was kind of just trailing around $2, $2, a little bit of a pop in the morning, kind of an indicator of something going on. Then it kind of dipped, went down, kind of stayed steady for most of the day, then a little bit of a pop, and then of course this big jump, and a lot of people are probably wondering what this big jump was. As you can see right here in the article now, it wasn't here earlier, but you can see the dry ship stock form 6K sends it skyrocketing. In the 6K, if you guys aren't familiar, it's essentially the completion of the offering from Kalini, I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly. But of course, you can read right here. It goes from the purchase date, and then the company will have completed the sale of the investor of the full aggregate limit as defined in the purchase agreement provided for under the purchase agreement, which will automatically terminate in accordance with its terms. As of the date hereof, up to $0 million of these shares is remaining that the company may sell pursuant to the purchase agreement. That means the offering is complete, and it will potentially pop big, very, very big in the pre-market and into the day tomorrow, or if you guys are watching this, into the day today. There's a lot of positive sentiment going on with DRYS, but of course this is StockTwit, so that's always kind of around. You got a reasonable guy right here expecting $5 within a couple of days. Realistically, of course, my expected price target can be upwards of 10, maybe 15 per share. I wouldn't expect 30 or more, but the 10 to 15 is very reasonable considering if you look at Enerometics and some other history of kind of a supernova scenario. And plus, this went up to 100 just last year in November, so that's something to factor in as well. Some of their plans for the future here, with the available liquidity in excess of 120 million, we are now in the position to commence the process of rebuilding the company's fleet and earnings capacity and pursuing investments in various shipping segments as they arise. That's something they're planning on doing with the Kalini investments. That's a lot of money to play around with, and if they're a reputable company, there might be something coming out of that. Reading a little bit further here, DryShips estimates that the revenue backlog from the forward charters is around 390 million, including all 6 option years, which would equate to an average rate of 30,000 a day. The first 2 new buildings to be delivered are on a 5-year charters, each with 3 one-year extension options to a Shell International Trading and Shipping Company, and the second 2 are on the top 2 are on 10-year charters to Clear Lake Shipping, a subsidiary of the Governor Group. This is good news for DryShips coming up here. Of course, we'll see how that pans out. That's a little ways away, but we'll find out. Reading off of, ironically, Seeking Alpha from an older source, even though they just not too long ago bashed DryShips. This is an article from 2015. Fundamental and sustainable dry bulk market recovery is expected in the second half of 2015 into 2016, when the total dry market balance could peak 88%. This is a little bit of old news, but there's some charts here indicating the profitability and all that kind of stuff. If you take a look here through 2017, they were estimating it to be fairly steady. One of the factors that they didn't come into conclusion with, and of course there's a little bit of a bashing here, but overall one of the things that they're worried about is because of the freight rates becoming volatile because of Trump. Trump has been kind of playing around with it, and as they could see here in this article, Trump is the biggest risk to the industry right now. He's trying to do some bans potentially with Mexico and China, and with the whole immigration thing going on, we're not sure how that's going to affect the price ultimately. That about covers everything I wanted to cover with DryShips. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you want some more information about different types of stocks. Have a nice day.